People don't pay for average. People don't pay for average. When you go to a restaurant, are you looking to go to an average restaurant, or are you looking to go to a great restaurant? Which is it? Great restaurant. You don't want to go to an average restaurant with average service. Hi, honey. Where do you want to go tonight? Hey, let's go to that average restaurant over there. Let's have an average cocktail. Are you kidding? You want to go to a great restaurant. I wrote down here, do you want to go to an average movie? So tonight, we're going to go to a movie, right? What movie are you going to go see? I want to go see a great movie. I heard that was great. If you hear the movie isn't great, do you go? No. If I told you, hey guys, I saw this really cool average movie last night. Would you go? No. You want to go to a great movie. Sellers don't award listings to average agents. Sellers do not award listings. And what are they awarding you? $10, $15, $20, $30, $50,000 paychecks. They are not awarding them to average agents. Clients don't give contracts to an agent doing an adequate job. You had better be spectacular. They give it to the agent who thinks they're doing or will do a great job. So I wrote down here, are you average or are you above average? And you're going to tell me. Above average. How will the client know? How will the client know? Energy, action, appearance, right? Email. How about responding to emails? The president of Zillow wrote an article at Inman the other day. He said, one of the things that we as agents have to do, this is going to be minimum standard, is we have to get back to our clients instantaneously. That was the word he used. Not quickly, not in 15 minutes, instantaneously. So if you don't have a system that indicates to you that they went onto your website and they did some research and then alerts you of it, and you don't have a smartphone and you can't respond to that, good luck, okay? Because you're going to be behind the 8 ball really fast, okay? I'm not advocating Facebook. I'm not advocating websites. I'm not advocating, but you've got to learn this stuff to a degree. Real important point. Recently read an article in the Los Angeles Times, and it talked about the Google Corporation. Google, okay? Big company. You think they would get it right sometimes, agreed? What do you think is the biggest source of sales income for Google worldwide? Advertisements on their Google site, right? Think that? Wrong. You're going to hate the answer. They have one of the largest sales forces of telemarketers, and they cold call for appointments to talk to people to sell advertising to. Not the ad, but the business. So they're doing, this is the, I'm going to say the biggest internet site. I don't know, maybe it's not the biggest, but it's very big. Huge, right? Very large. Makes billions of dollars a year. And what do they use to sell? They use the telephone. Whoa, they set appointments. That's how they do most of their sales. What do we want to do? We want to put an ad on Google. By the way, you should call them or let them call you and they'll set an ad. You put an ad up. Yes, you will do sales that way. Yes, they do get some business that way. But I said the largest amount of sales comes from telephone calling. They do outgoing work. Cold calls. Sphere of influence. Past clients. Direct marketing. I wrote down here, how you spend the next 24 hours will speak volumes about how your future will evolve. I wrote down, will you get up early and work out to help you have energy for the day? Will you have discipline to role play? And if so, at what level? Will you start prospecting on time? Will you prospect for 2¼ hours instead of 3? Will you call the people you're supposed to call, and will you call them with intensity, looking to set an appointment? Will you take time to study your scripts and your dialogues today? Will you take time to preview property today? Or will you be like all the rest of the average agents who don't show up on time? They're late for an appointment. They said they were going to get back to you with the comps, and they didn't. They said they were going to get back to you tonight and follow up, and they didn't do it till tomorrow. Those are average real estate agents. Those aren't great agents. Those are average agents. How will you spend the next 24 hours? What changes are you going to make? What actions will you take to move your career forward? I wrote this thought down. This is you speaking to you. I am the most important asset I have. Not my money and not my family. You are the most important asset you have. Not your money, not your family. It starts and ends with me. I'm talking about you. It starts and ends with you. You are what people are buying. You are what people are buying. I wrote down, too much freedom now equals long-term pain and suffering. Debt, no savings, no schedule. Renting versus buying. If you have freedom now. Freedom means not doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. Freedom means not learning the scripts and dialogues as you're supposed to do it. Freedom means not doing your business plan today. You should not leave here. We've got this place till 1 o'clock. Use it. Use it. If you run out of time, go downstairs and buy a cup of coffee. Use the time to build the plan. Use the time to set the plan out and make the commitments. Use the time to dream the dream that you want to do. Too much freedom now equals long-term pain and suffering. I wrote down here, discipline now. Doing now. Doing the schedule now. Doing the plan now equals freedom later. I wrote down, if you do what others won't do for 10 years, think about this, hard. If you do what others will not do for the next 10 years, you can do what others can't do for the rest of your life. Let me say that again. If you do what others won't do for 10 years, and there's a ton of stuff we talked about today that others will not do, but if you'll do that for the next 10 years, you can do what others can't do for the rest of your life.